Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Air Travel Sathi. Friends, today I'll discuss the most important travel updates for international travelers who is planning to travel to India or who is in future going to travel to India. So in this COVID norms there are lots of changes happen. So friends, I hope that in this video you'll get the necessary information from like what you need to do or what is the standard operating procedure for international arrival into India. So friends, if you want to know this, kindly watch this video in full so that you will get your important knowledge from this video. So before starting this video, I request my all new viewers to kindly subscribe this channel so that in future you will receive this kind of updates too. So friends, let's begin. So friends, on 25th October 2021, until further notice, Indian government, on behalf of Indian government, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has implemented one SOP, that is standard operating procedure. So what are these procedure we need to follow? So this operating procedure is divided into 4 categories. So first category is before departure, means planning for international arrival or planning for travel. So that is the first criteria. Second criteria is during travel or like before boarding. Next is during travel, what you need to follow in this criteria we'll discuss. And the last criteria is on arrival. So on arrival, what you need to follow we'll discuss also. So first category, planning for travel. First you need to follow this rule. So first rule is you need to submit one self-declaration form on the online website portal of Air Suvidha, that is www.newdelhiairport.in website before your scheduled departure or scheduled travel. So you need to upload your RT-PCR report in Air Suvidha portal. Next, you need to give a declaration that your RT-PCR report is authentic one, and for that you need to give an undertaking, and if found else or otherwise that your RT-PCR report is not genuine, then the criminal procedure or criminal action can be taken against you. Friends, along with that, you need to follow the government website of Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, or through the airline which you are traveling with. So you need to follow their guidelines also before planning your departure, because this notice or this regulation is like changes time to time depending on the risk assessment. So further details, you need to check Air Suvidha portal. This updates Government of India gives, and this updates is available in Air Suvidha portal too. Additionally, all passenger who is fully vaccinated, they need to upload their vaccine certificate in Air Suvidha portal also. It is a mandatory requirement before your travel or before your departure. Next SOP is before boarding. So before boarding, what you need to do? First, you need to follow the do's and don'ts of all the concerned airline, that what their SOP or what they are telling you to follow, you need to follow this. And what they are not telling, like you got some information that you don't have to do this, so kindly follow the concerned airline website do's and don'ts. Next criteria is that all the airlines will allow only provided that you have opted for Air Suvidha portal and given all the details or necessary information in that portal, like uploading your vaccination certificate, uploading your COVID negative RT-PCR certificate, and this certificate I already told that it is departure minus 72 hours only validity. So you need to upload this portal before boarding at Air Suvidha portal. And during the departure, the thermal scanning will be done. All the passengers having like they are asymptomatic, they will be allowed to board, and if any passenger showing any symptoms of COVID-19, they will be denied boarding. So before boarding or before like traveling to your destination in India, you need to make sure that you follow these norms, otherwise you will be denied boarding at your point of journey. Next, you need to follow that all incoming passenger from abroad who is intending to travel to India, they need to install Arogya Setu app in their mobile devices or their smartphones. So Arogya Setu installation is mandatory for every international passenger. So next criteria is that in flight, you have boarded the flight, so during flight what you need to follow. So in this segment you need to follow all in-flight announcement regarding the precautionary behavior, what you need to follow, what the cabin crew is saying, you need to follow this. And next is all the cabin crew will be like concerned airlines cabin crew will make announcement and they should follow proper distancing or proper COVID norms meanwhile in flight. And every passenger has to follow proper COVID behavior, like they need to wear mask, or if any face shield or any COVID gown is provided or any PPE kit provided, you need to wear that also. So every passenger has to abide the rules while on board. During this flight, if any passenger reports any COVID like symptom or like passenger is showing symptoms of COVID-19 during flight, they will be isolated on board. It means they will be given the last row or the row where many passengers not seated. So friends, these are the onboard procedure we need to follow. So next criteria is after arrival, means while deplaning what you need to follow. While deplaning, deboarding, you need to follow proper physical distancing from the passengers. Next, thermal scanning will be done after arrival by the health authorities of Indian government. So once you deboard the aircraft, you need to proceed to airport health department and you need to submit your Air Suvidha portal submitted declaration form to the health authorities. During arrival, if any passenger found symptomatic by the health department or health official, they will be taken to isolation, like they will be isolated and they will be tested, and if found positive, the proper laid down policy will be followed. If any passenger found positive, the laid down protocol is like 3 row in front of him or the passenger seated in front of that passenger 3 row, and behind that passenger 3 row all the passengers contact will be traced and they will be guided to follow the proper isolation or proper COVID protocol. So here are some criteria after arrival, like if you are coming from risk countries declared by Indian health authorities, if you are coming from risk listed countries or a country that is in category A countries, and you have taken COVID vaccine approved by WHO, so what you need to do? If you are fully vaccinated, you need to follow 14 days home quarantine and you will be allowed to leave the airport. Next criteria is if you are partially vaccinated or if you are not fully vaccinated, then what you need to follow. So if you are not fully vaccinated or partially vaccinated, you need to submit your sample at the arrival airport. So sample submission is mandatory for those passengers, and after giving COVID-19 test sample, then you will be allowed to leave the airport, and you need to stay in home quarantine for 7 days, and after that you need to retest on day 8, and in this test, in day 8 test, if found negative, then you need to monitor your health until 7 days more. Next, the passenger listed in group A countries, if other than those passengers, all passenger has to follow the COVID norms if they are irrespective of their vaccination status. Means if you are vaccinated or non-vaccinated, you need to follow, like you need to give your sample after arrival in India. So it is mandatory for every passenger who is not categorized from country listed in A category. So travelers coming to India from the excluding countries at risk, like if you are not coming from the countries which is not under risk, you need to like follow 14 days quarantine and you will be allowed to leave the airport. And this is applicable for all the travelers from all countries, including countries with which reciprocal agreement for mutual acceptance of WHO approved vaccines. So if passenger is fully vaccinated and it is WHO approved, then this passenger is allowed to stay in home quarantine for 14 days and they will be allowed to leave the airport without being tested COVID-19. Next criteria is that you are allowed to leave the airport, and if you develop any COVID symptom after arrival in India and within 14 days, or like you have allowed to leave the airport and after 7 days or retest on 8 days, if found positive, you need to immediately self-isolate yourself, and for any help or emergency situation you need to contact nearest health center, or you can contact national helpline number 1075 or state helpline number for any COVID related help or guidelines or any medical issue. Another important point is that the vaccination status means if you are fully vaccinated and it is accepted in India with bilateral agreement of the country you are coming from, or it is approved from WHO listed vaccines. So after taking final dose you need to cross at least 14 days before your departure. Means you need to take your second dose and after 14 days you will be eligible as fully vaccinated traveler. Then you will get the exemption benefit at arrival. So friends, now I'll give the complete list updated as of now 9th of November 2021. What are the risk prone countries or countries at risk which India considers? So number one is countries in Europe including United Kingdom. Next is South Africa. Next is Brazil. Another is Bangladesh. Next is Botswana. Next is China. Next Mauritius. Another country is New Zealand, and next is Zimbabwe, and last is Singapore. So if you are coming from this country, this is the risk prone countries which India considers. So you need to follow some additional health measurement while arriving in India. So there are other countries which have mutual agreement or mutual consideration of accepting the WHO approved vaccine. So in this, the updated list can be found Air Suvidha portal website of Indian government. You can check the list what are the accepted country, and fully vaccinated passengers can get benefit if they are coming from these countries. The list can be found in Air Suvidha portal or Ministry of Health and Family, Government of India website. So friends, here is the quick recap of the international arrival updated on like 20th October 2021. What you need to follow. So first, international arrival, first passengers, they need to mandatorily fill up the self health declaration form or SDF form, and they need to upload their negative RT-PCR report in Air Suvidha portal. For all international arrivals it is mandatory. Next criteria is that airline will verify your RT-PCR report, and this RT-PCR report validity starts from departure minus 72 hours only. So here there are two segments for international travelers. First segment is travelers coming from countries at risk, and another is travelers coming from countries excluding those listed countries at risk. So if you are coming from the countries at risk, you need to follow some rules, like countries belonging to category A countries. So category A, already I have discussed what are the category A countries. So if you are coming from this country, you need to be like one segment or two segment is there, that is fully vaccinated or non-vaccinated or partially vaccinated. If you are fully vaccinated from category A country, you need to monitor your health for 14 days after arrival, and if you are partially vaccinated or not vaccinated, then you need to do a post arrival COVID-19 test. You need to home quarantine for 7 days. Next, you need to take retest on day 8, and after that if found negative, you need to follow up 7 more days for the next 7 days into follow-up. And remaining other countries, what you need to follow. If you are coming from remaining other countries described in group A categories, other than group A categories, remaining countries, you need to be like, two categories are there: fully vaccinated or non-vaccinated or partially vaccinated. If you are fully vaccinated, the same follow up like non-vaccinated of other countries rules will apply, like post arrival COVID-19 test, home quarantine for 7 days, and after 8 days or day 8 you need to take a retest. If it is found negative, you need to monitor your health until 7 days. So total 15 days quarantine. Another criteria is the travelers coming from countries excluding those countries at risk. Means if you are not coming, or if you are coming from a country which is not at risk, then if you are belonging to group A countries or remaining other countries, the protocol is same. You need to self isolate, or you need to self health monitor your health for 14 days post arrival. So nothing you need to follow, like COVID-19 test is not applicable for you, or like day 8 test is not applicable for you. Only 14 days quarantine is applicable for you. And in this 14 days period, if you like develop any COVID symptom, you need to take a test, or you need to retest yourself. If it is positive, you need to contact nearby health contact center or national helpline number you can contact, that is 1075, which I have already discussed, or you can contact state health helpline. So friends, I hope that you have got information what you need to follow while arriving in India. So I hope that with this video you have got your information. So if you like this video, or you want to get some updates, or you need some more clarification, obviously you can comment. So friends, I hope that you have got information. So if you have liked this video, kindly like and subscribe and share with your friend who is intending to travel to India. So friends, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.